That's city, state, local, it's police, it's schools, teachers, whatever. So that, can we assume then that includes the $350 million we keep hearing about of concessions on the state level?
Yes. And we're saying it's at least $1.1 billion.
Right.
Those are the numbers that we documented and verified. We know for a fact that there's more concessions out there that we didn't, bring in from, this corner or that corner. It's at least $1 billion.
And that would include new contracts as well as contracts that reopened in midterm?
No, just reopened.
Just reopened.
Yeah, not.
So then how would the $350 million in state concessions be included, because that was part of a new contract?
Is that the? Did I say that wrong?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. So
that $350 million was saved on our current contract over the last 3 years.
But it was a new contract.
Yes, it was.
So this is new contracts and reopened contracts, like what occurred in.
yes,
Toledo?
I'm sorry, I said that wrong, Jim.
Yes, and that goes to the point that the opponent is saying that once these are embedded, I think is the terminology I've heard so often. Once these are embedded in the contract, we can't ever get them out. Well, that's just not true.
And this is all based on contracts that are on file with SERB?
Yes.
Yes.
Can I say one thing? Concessions don't just fall to contract times also. The mayor came to us a couple years ago and wanted us to give up 5 furlough days, which we did. It was very unpopular, but we understood through no fault of our own the times that we were in. And those kinds of things are given up. So it's not just during contract negotiations that these concessions are given back. It's during the middle of contracts when the local officials come and say, hey, we need, we need your help. And that equated to like a 2% loss in income. So it's not just at contract time. We didn't have to agree to that, but again, we understood the situation that we were in, and we wanted to give back. Excuse me.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, it was at the time it was very unpopular. People did not want to give it back because they felt like we didn't cause this problem. But in the long run, we understood that hey, we're in this together, and we got to give back something.
And if I could piggyback just a little bit on what he's discussing, especially on our $350 million part, that also does not include the cuts that have been taken in departmental agencies such as Department of Corrections, the cuts in staff that are not contract negotiated, and they come in and say there's a lack of funds of shutting down a prison, or the DYS facilities that we've lost along the way over the last 5 years or the last 3 years. A total cut of over 5,000 state employees over the last 3 years were other concessions that they cannot equate on into these reports because those aren't contractual obligations. Those are the states saying we no longer have the money to fund this facility, we're going to enact a layoff language, and we're going to move forward. So the $1 billion that he's talking about does not include any of those other factors in point and case.
Jim, I think you said that 65% of the contracts include pay freezes.
Yes.
Does that include pay freezes for step increases and longevity pay as well?
No, I believe in base salary is my
Base
belief.
salary?
Ours did include freezes in longevity and step increases over the last 3 years.
I'll find out though, Laura, and get back with you with a good answer. I want to thank everybody for coming, and thank you for your time and participation in this debate.